Oi, you know what time it is? You're tuned in listening to Dry That Aussie Metal Guy. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of his content when it drops. And remember, stay brutal, you mad dogs. Roof!
G'day, how you all going? It's Dry That Aussie Metal Guy here with Crank.com. So tonight, wherever you are in the world, it was a great pleasure. We're getting to have a chat with Daniel Thiago of Engraved, who are one of Australia's up-and-coming metal bands. They are known for their fusion of heavy-hitting soundscapes and great melodies. They have been captivating fans since their debut in 2020, from the release of their first EP, Unleashed, in 2022, to the latest single, The Fallen. These guys have demonstrated an impressive evolution in their music and storytelling. Dan and Thiago, thank you so much for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having us. No, we're really excited. Grateful for the opportunity to be on your show.
Absolute bloody pleasure, guys. Carly sent a bit of a track over, and she's like, "I reckon you'd like Engraved. Like, you should have a chat with these guys." And I interviewed Carly a few years ago, and she's been sending me stuff over the years as well to check out. She's never far from the mark. But can you tell me a little bit about where this all began for you guys?
Do you mean like the whole journey for
The
Engraved
whole
or?
journey for Engraved.
Oh
Where
God.
where did the beginning start? Where did this start for you guys?
I'll try. It's a bit of a story, but I'll try to
We
just
like
be.
stories here. Take your time.
It's been a bit of it's been a bit up and down, but look, it's basically it was a project idea that I'd started back in 2018. The first couple of years was just a matter of trying to find the right people to play with, right mindset, right passions, all kinds of different things. And as I'm sure you're familiar with, it's not a very easy thing to find a group of people that are all in the same mindset. So it took a couple of years of trying to build the right group, but then over the last couple of years, we've had a bit of like lineup changes, and as we've recorded songs and whatnot. But as of I think it's about a year now, just over a year, we have what is our now lineup, and I think it's like fair to say that this is the first time Engraved has actually felt like it's a band, it's a group that gets along. We're like brothers. We all love what we're doing and we all love each other, and it's just an experience now that we're so like connected to. So after going for a couple of years of just trying to figure out what is Engraved, we now know what it is, and we have a great group of boys here. So yeah.
Yeah, it does take a while to kind of find that right group of people. Like I've know kind of what I'm doing. Sometimes people come in and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm keen to join in with what you got going on," but then they come in and go, "I want to get paid this much," and it's like, "Well, we're getting paid this much, and you actually got to
Yeah.
chuck in this much if we want to make some albums." You know what I mean? So finding those group of guys that are willing to work bloody hard towards an end goal as well is very, very bloody important. A lot of people don't realize it sitting there looking out into what you
Yeah.
guys do. How did you kind of join on board there, Tiago? Tell me about when you kind of joined up with these guys.
I have 1 year in the band, but well, the bass player, Phil, just talked to me like, yeah, hey bro, are you available? I heard some good stuff about it. I checked some videos, and like, yeah, naturally I spoke with Dan after to the phone, and yeah, we scheduled the first jam, and like was very good. So yeah, we are doing well.
Yeah,
His
that's
audition, he came in and like he knew some of the songs he'd been practicing. And we have a song called Follow Your Idol. It's been one of our first songs. And after the first like audition, like the first time he was playing with us, he's like, "No, we should change this part and make it more dynamic." And he's already coming in with ideas, which was amazing. It's something that you really look for when you want to play with someone, is that they want to keep developing and keep growing. And Tiago just has this musicianship behind him and is very talented. And having that, in your group, you just feel so much confidence, you know?
oh, you definitely do. Tell me a little bit about kind of the first performance for you guys way back. What was that like to compare to where you guys are at now? Because, I dare say there's been a
Yeah.
fair bit of evolution and growth compared to that one, compared to the last one, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so okay, the first ever Engraved show, we had three original songs and three covers, and the cover songs were we did End of Heartache from Kill Switch, we
Good
did
switch.
Creeping Death Metallica, and Pull Harder by Trivium. But we no matter how much we had rehearsed going into that show, I'm going on stage. I'm nervous as shit. It's the first time I'm ever playing in front of people. You know, we all kind of felt the same way. But we've gone on to play that show, and then right from the start, we opened with End of Heartache, and the drummer, I don't know if it was the drummer or if the vocals at the time came in at the wrong time, and it was like a complete like fuck up straight off the bat. But I'm like, and I said to these guys, I'm like, I'm glad it happened because my nerves kind of like released straight away when that happened. I'm like, you know what? We're here to have fun. So with that in my mind, I've now applied that to every show we play. Obviously, we rehearse and we try to be as professional as we are. And you know, now at the moment, we are rehearsing as much as we can up in Brisbane. We meet up as much, like it's almost every fortnight now because I'm in Sydney and these boys are in
Yep.
Brisbane.
Okay.
But you know, we've now got so much more incorporated into our live performance. With like stage props, how we approach our sound. We're using backing tracks now and click tracks. So we are taking a more professional approach, and so obviously to avoid what happened the first time round. But yeah, like that, it's a thing now where we want to be taken seriously because we are serious about what we're doing. And I think, you know, from that to now, the shows that we just played off our recent tour, you know, we've got an energy back from the crowd. We got so many familiar faces that we're seeing now, and people that are coming up and actually, you know, appreciating the performances because we have put in the time to make them decent, you know. And you watch this guy on the kit when he's playing, and it's everyone comes up to me after the show, they're like, "Man, your drummer is a beast," and it's you got to see this guy live.
Yeah, you can see him playing his bloody heart out there, that's for sure. And you always got to look
Yeah.
after the drummers, that's for sure, definitely. So, what was that run of shows like as well? You kind of just finished that one up March 1st, didn't you? Was that at Fitzroy or?
Yeah, we finished up in Melbourne. So that's how we got in touch with Carly because she was playing the last two shows of our tour with us, and
Yeah.
man, they were amazing to watch. They were real professional musicians as well. Like they really, oh, they were just so good to watch. Like the energy that they have on stage, and you know, Carly's very engaging with the crowd. So getting to see that, and we had to then follow that was like, oh shit.
But I
Uh,
really do. I do love the Australian scene. Like I love heavy metal in general, but I believe we have quite a really good scene of people and core group of people here that do lift each other up and support each other and kind of go, "Hey, check this out, dude." And you did mention kind of the Killswitch Engage there and the Trivium and Metallica there, which I'm gathering are some of the influences there, guys. But can you tell me about some of who are the other people, bands, artists that have kind of influenced and inspired you guys, not necessarily the sound of the band, but you guys in general?
hmm. He's muted.
Yeah. He's
You
muted.
muted your mic, Thiago.
And you did mention Trivium though, Dan. I have got a massive Trivium tat, kind of a bit hard to see here, but right down
Oh,
my arm there, dude. I'm a bit of a
I've got one on my leg. Yeah.
oh hell yeah, mate. Definitely really bloody cool, man. Had to be done.
You
I
got the
seen
Crusade there. Was that Crusade on your
yeah,
arm? I
yeah,
saw.
that is
Yeah.
the Crusade
Yeah.
one. It's a little bit
Yeah.
hard to see on the
Yeah.
yeah. What a fucking good album that is. We're just talking about people, bands, artists that have influenced and inspired you, not necessarily the band sound, but yourself as an artist.
Uh, no, a lot of I don't know, man. Too many bands.
Yeah, dude.
Nowadays I'm listening to a lot of dance and progressive music. So like all Matt Gartka stuff from Animals as Leaders and his other projects and stuff like that. Northlane, Ginger, Pantera, the old school stuff, Lamb of God, Slipknot. I born with that, so this is my foundation since forever.
Yeah, not quite Australia, but that recent track that Alien Weaponry dropped with Randy Blythe, absolutely bloody rules as well. Speaking of Lamb of God, really cool track. Good to see Australian bands and New Zealand bands both equally doing well. So Dan, tell us about some of your influences, man.
Well, you've pretty much heard the most of them. Yeah. So like I recently spoke to someone about this, you know, when it comes to writing and, you know, where I draw my influences, I look at how fun a riff is to play. Like that's where it is for me. Like it's the music sounds great, but what is fun to actually pick up on a guitar and just, I pick up when I want to practice and I'm playing the same shit all the time because I love it. So for me, the artists that I draw from like that are Killswitch and Trivium. But I also really love Parkway, like early Parkway. I like all their stuff, but the early Parkway riffs, like you got the albums like Horizons and Killing with a Smile, like those two albums for me are just like in my heart forever. But then you got from Trivium Ascendancy. So that is a really influential album for me. Like I do have all the, you got your Iron Maidens and, Avenged Sevenfold's, Bullet for My Valentine. Like these are all bands that made me just want to play metal and write metal. So, but I think for me it's those core three with like in the metalcore. So yeah, I hear those songs and I look at what's fun and I just want to fucking do that.
Yeah, such a great band. I'm going to come back to Trivium again, dude. But I remember seeing them on
Yeah.
their first Australian tour. I think that would have been Big Day Out Run. They were on the sideshow and they were just in there. And I'm like, going, oh, mates, you got to check these guys out. They're going to be absolutely bloody huge, man, as you guys hopefully will be as well. So tell me what it's been like with the core lineup now, kind of making this new music, because you can hear the evolution and the growth, especially with the last few singles you guys have brought out. It seems you've kind of stepped it up a notch. You've signed with X Music, and it seems like you've gone, you know what, this is where we got to kind of start fucking turning this up a little bit.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, it seems a bit like from the outside, it seems like it's really, full on. But, we have a group now where we just get along so well and it doesn't feel like work at all. Like like I mentioned before, we try to meet up as much as we can, and there's no hate about anything. Like, say for example, I come up with an idea for a song, it then becomes the band because everyone collaborates with it, whether or not it's the same song from when it was first pitched. But we think about what is best for all of us. We don't think about what's personal. And having that in mind, we can take constructive criticism. We're able to move forward faster, and we can also understand each other more where it comes from writing. Because Corey comes from a hard rock background. Phil's obsessed with Motley Crue, and Panda, he's like, yeah, he's got his either moody vocal style. So like we all come from somewhere different, and you can't write one person to cater everyone. So when we all come together and we're all sharing our shit, and we know that it's in the best interest of the band, it's fast. It's like we feel this sense of pride in what we're doing as well because we're all proud that all five of us can put a piece on something together. And The Fallen is a reflection of that. Like that's our first song where it's been like just us. And I mean, you hear it in the song, like Panda's just, that's his heart pouring out into it. The drums are just like, you feel it. And it was a riff that I'd written years ago for that song, and we just never was going to use it. But then Phil wanted to pick it up, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, why not? Let's give it a go. These boys hear it, and then they are able to naturally put their shit into it, and it's just like we don't have to think. Like it's a feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must be a really good feeling as well too as a songwriter going, hey, now I've got the whole band involved in this and there's a lot more ideas than being as a collective than just a one person. It's like, being a one man band sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like when's enough or you've only got that one core idea to go with, but when you've got a group of creative artists kind of working in, you do have these tracks like The Fallen, which are absolutely ripping, and you can feel each and every one of you guys putting it all out there, blood, sweat, and tears. The emotion in Panda's voice is unreal. It really does hit you, and the lyrics are just bloody unreal. Tell me a little bit more about this track, kind of what it means for you guys.
So the story. Oh, I'll let
Yeah,
Tiago
go.
answer. I'll let Tiago. I'm chatting to
Uh,
you.
Dan had this idea already, if I'm not wrong. Because on the band, it's always Dan coming with this stuff. Dan always have everything. So band kind of bring the idea of this song that was I think on the shelf for a while, and yeah, we started to work it on, and yeah, it's all of my drums idea. Like this is me 100% playing, and that's what we want from this song and from all the others that is about to come. Like, um, everyone putting the effort and their core in the whole thing, you know. So yeah, that's how it feels, and I love the track, man. It's heavy. It is fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
heavy as
heavy.
hell, and it's got a cool film clip. Tell me a little bit about the film clip you guys filmed for this, because it's a good looking film clip. You kind of need that these days as well, don't you?
It was very spontaneous actually. So like we had originally been booked to play a show on Australia Day earlier this year. And at the time we were doing a new photo shoot and just getting some stuff ready for this year coming. And we decided, you know what, we got a space that we're working in at the moment, on a university campus and sorry, a TAFE campus. And there's just so much opportunity, like there's so much scenery on it as well. It's a really beautiful place. And we had this whole free day on Australia Day because the show ended up getting cancelled or it wasn't something that was going to go ahead. And we decided, fuck it, we got a day, we got all this camera equipment, we got all this footage. Let's just put something together, and have fun with it. And that was it. We literally in like a couple hours decided we're just going to do that. And then the following week, we decided to just fucking find this spot. We're going to do that, and that's it. And like, shout out to our camera crew, Mike and Dan. They were so good to work with because the day we did it was a very hot day. It was
Michael
like it was
Crawley and Daniel
high
Bunce.
30s. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, it was like it was a high 30s day. Like we were all just after the first take, we were just sweating. Everyone was drenched. We had like towels and stuff ready to go each time. And these two were just like nailing it with the cameras and all their equipment. Like they really gave us so much of their time to make this come to life. And so when you have all that and you see all that stuff go behind the scenes, for us, it was like the first thing where it was professional to do a music video because everything prior to that was not. It was just like fucking Follow Your Idol music video was done on an iPhone.
It worked. It worked, dude.
And then yeah, like everything before that was kind of just, it wasn't really professional, but like speaking of professionalism, although we get kind of wung it with this or winged it, these guys just, yeah, they made it come to life. And yeah, no, we had fun with it. It was really cool to just be there and be ourselves in front of the camera. And like we're really trying to show. Sorry, you asked before the story behind the song. So the idea behind the song was just about like toxicity within the scene and like, how we've kind of been victims of it as too, but there's so many great artists out there that just cop so much criticism unnecessarily. And it's like you mentioned before, we should be lifting each other up, we should be
Yep.
working together. And when you find someone that works like that and you really want to connect with them, because like, yeah, we want to go somewhere, you guys want to go somewhere, let's make it work, like let's work together. But instead, you get like something that's sometimes not like that at all, And for us, we're like, it's a heavy song, it's an angry song. Panda did the lyrics with Corey in literally like, it was less than an hour. Like they just straight away it came to them because they felt that as well. So, when it came to that storytelling, that's kind of what the song's about. And yeah.
Yeah, I can't handle that, and I know I get the same thing here and there, and I've always been like I'm in media on this side of it, and I've always been about sharing other media outlets. And Nev from Ever Black Media, I love what he does up there, and all the other media outlets around Australia. I try and share and support each other, even though I'm doing it with somebody else. And I rocked up to a show once, and I might mention who, but this guy's like, "Oh, here's the competition." I'm like, look around, I'm no competition, mate. There's not enough people like us in the scene lifting each other up, in my opinion. There needs to be more people, and there needs to be more great support for Aussie metal bands as well, like especially in a lot of these media outlets. We need to have more of a focus because we have so many great talented bands killing it. And you guys recently signed with X Music, which I've chatted to a few guys off of that label as well, but they've been doing a great job of kind of supporting some of these bands and getting them on a label and getting some music out as well. What was it like kind of signing with these guys? I think it was Piston Fist recently signed. I know Carly's with them, and I know a few others that'll come to me after, but what was it like signing with these guys?
The first feeling for me was relief,
Yep.
I'd say. It was a goal that I've had like since I was probably ever playing an instrument. So, to me, it was like, holy shit, we finally got it. We finally did something that we can really now work and it's going to actually show for something. I don't know for the other boys though, because I can't honestly speak for them. You know, like I know Phil will feel the same way as me because he felt this relief too.
Yep.
Uh, but you know, for the other guys like Thiago, for example, he's been playing like how long has it been, man? You know, he's been all around and done so many different things musically. Yeah,
Ask again then.
when we signed with the label, how was that for
Uh,
you?
was very good, man. Yeah, I heard about the label before from you guys. And yeah, like looks like they're like, oh, uh, maybe one day we could get this and blah blah blah. And the thing was just coming, and like, whoa, when we signed, I was super happy. Yeah, feels like kind of a mission accomplished. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm looking now. It's like Snakebite, Whiskey, Frankenbock, which everyone knows bloody Frankenblock, Piston Fist, Carsphere, Cicada Stone, and so many other great bands as well. With the release of the Fallen guys, what's next for Engrave? Like I dare say, you can't give away much details now because you're signed up and you're not independent. But what's the next step for you guys following on from this single?
Album.
No, yeah, what he said. We're not we're not really secretive about it. It is obvious that we are doing an
You know,
album, obviously, because
album.
we've signed a record deal with them. So no, we're excited. This is the first time we can actually, have, a group of songs that we can all show for ourselves. So yeah, that's on the horizon for the rest of 2025, I'd say.
Yep.
We'd like to do a tour following that as well. But for now, we're at a place where we just came off a tour. We're focusing on the album, we're focusing on writing, and we just want to make sure that it's the best product that we can give. That is a true reflection of ourselves.
Yeah, so that being said, where's the best place people can get along and throw down some support? I know we've mentioned YouTube. Obviously, you're over on Spotify and all those streaming platforms, but where's the best
Yeah.
place if someone wants to go actually throw down some support and buy some merch or anything like that? And I'm looking now, but I'll let you guys give it a shout out.
Yeah, look, Instagram, at engraved band, all lowercase. Well, that is Instagram. Look, yeah, sharing and liking, commenting, all these little things that you do for artists on social media, just like they do all add up and they go a long way. But yeah, we do have our link to our website there as well, which is all in the bio, engravedbandofficial.com. Got our merch up there. We're trying to we've also got another thing kind of can't talk about it too much at the moment that's going on in the back with X Music, but anything you want to know about us, contact us, reach us. Everything's on our Instagram bio, and yeah, just reach out to us there, and it's the best place.
Yeah, the merch is hella important. And when you're over on YouTube, people, you're checking out the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Let's see how many likes we can get over there for Engraved and jumping through and subscribing as well. Guys, do you have any last words, shout outs, thank yous, or anything else you'd like to add in there?
Oh, put me on the spot here.
Yeah.
um,
Not
no,
getting out of it though.
yeah. I think firstly, I'd want to thank people that have supported us, whether it's in means of buying merch, coming to the shows, or just doing the social media stuff. Like it when we sit and we spend so much time working on this project, this is something that we're always thinking about: is are people going to appreciate what we're doing? Because we do it for ourselves, but there's also that thing in the back where you do want to feel like you're giving something back to the world in a way or leaving a legacy. So when we get evidence of that back, it's just the best feeling. So we're just really thankful for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, damn straight.
Man, I'm thankful for being alive. I'm
That's it.
thankful for being here, for being able to do what I need to do with music, with my life. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here with you, bro, sharing a bit of our story. And yeah, that's it. Let's rock.
That's it. Everybody, let's bloody rock. Grab some Engraved. The latest single is The Fallen. You're going to want to chuck it in the stereo and crank it up really bloody loud because the neighbors are going to want to hear it too. Dan,
Yeah.
Tiago, thank you so very much for your time, guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
Oi, you're tuned in to Jai That Aussie Metal Guy, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of his sick content. And remember, stay brutal, you legend.